Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs, and today we are going to finish our rose diamond. So here we go. We're chaining 2 and turning for row 26. Oh no, we're not chaining 2. Alright, forgot. So hang on. We're going to chain 1 and turn, and in row 26 we're decreasing on both sides. We are going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches, and then we're going to start our square in the third. So that forms a corner right there. Alright, and we just need 1 green, and then we're going to switch over to blue. So we're going to bring our blue down. So we need 1 blue, and then a green. We need 2 green actually. Next. So there's 1. And 2. Then we need a blue again. And then a green. This way. And then we're going to switch it back over to blue and put 3 blue in. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then back over to green. I'm going to put 1 green in. And then we're going to switch to pink. So we need 6 pink. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we got to back up. Alright, after the third one, we need to bring up that dark pink, because we're going to need that. So right on the fourth one, we're bringing up the dark pink. So there's 1, or there's 4, 5, and 6. And when you're, make sure you're pulling these yarns taut so nothing sticks out. Alright, so let's switch over to the hot pink then, or the dark pink. Why are these? Alright, I'm leaving this pink behind because we're not going to need that no more in this row. So we need 4 dark pink. So there's 1. 2. 3. And 4. Alright, and now we need our blue. Pink. How did that blue get mixed up with this pink? And my green did too. Alright. So let's switch over to our blue. I've got 4, right? Yes. Alright, so we're going to leave the dark pink behind, and we're going to put 3 blue in a green, and that should finish up this row. So here's 3. So here's the difference in these rows too. At the end of your row, we used to go all the way up here to finish the row. Now we're going to be finishing here below that one. So then we're going to slip stitch here, and that is our other corner. So now we have 3 corners, and also in this row you have 24 squares. So now how we used to go up by 1 square. Now we're going to be decreasing and go down by 1 square every row. So 24 squares for row 26. And let's mark that row off. In row 27, we're going to chain 2 and turn. Chain 1. We're chaining 1, not 2. And then we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches. You're going to do this, you'll be doing this from now on until this square is done. Alright, and starting your square in the 3rd stitch. So in 27 we're starting out with 1 green, and we need 2 blue. And then we're going to switch over to pink, and we're going to need to bring this pink down. we need 3 pink. So there's one. In the second pink, we're bringing up that dark pink, and we're going to bring it with us too. There's 2. And then we're going to switch over to dark pink. So we've got our green, our blue, our pink. Try to keep these in order. And we need 2 dark pink. Alright, and then switching back over to pink. We're going to need 2 pink. Oh, there's 1. We need 1 more. And then we need a dark pink. And yes, we just need 1 dark pink here. And then we need 3 pink. But we can leave this dark pink behind because we don't need it anymore. So I need 3 pink now. So there's 1. 2. And 3. Alright, and now I need 4 blue. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. And then we need 1 green. And 3 blue. And a green. And that should finish off this row. So there's 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And here's our green right here. That's our last stitch here. And then we'll slip stitch here. And there we have it. So there is row 27 finished. So row 28 is next. Allergies, my nose is itching. Okay, allergy problems, I'm telling you. Alright, so starting with our 2 slip stitches, and then we'll start off in the 3rd stitch with our first square. And we need to switch to blue then after the 1 green, and then we're going to put 3 blue in. So there's 1, 2, 3, and switching back. Wait a minute, I didn't do that right. Switching back to green, we need a green and then 4 blue. So 1 green, and then we'll go back to blue and put 4 blue in. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, and now we need to switch over to our pink. So, when is it? Green, blue, pink. And we need 5 pink. So there's 1, 2, 3, and on this 4th pink, we're bringing up this dark pink to take with us. So there's 4, and 5. And now we're going to switch over to the dark pink. And we need 1 dark pink. And then 1 pink. And then back to the dark pink. We need 1 dark pink again. And back to the pink. We're leaving that dark pink behind there right now. We're done with that. We need 3 pink, 2 pink. We need 2 pink. And then we're going to switch over to our blue and finish this off with 2 blue and a green. one, two, all right. So there is row 28 finished. 29 is next. So we're going to chain one and turn and start out with one green in our third stitch over. Then we need to bring up our blue, and we only need one blue here. And then bring our pink in. So we're going to need 7 pink. So there's 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th one we're going to bring up this hot pink with us, or this dark pink. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Alright, so we're going to switch over to the dark pink next. And we're going to put a dark pink in. And then go back to the pink. And I'm going to leave that dark pink behind. We need 3 pink. There's 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to our blue. And we need 2 blue. So there's 1 and 2. And then bring in our green. And we need 2 green. Back to our blue. And we need 3 blue and a green. And that should finish off this row. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And there's our green. Alright, so there is row 29 finished. I just realized the stem is connected to the flower. Alright, so 30. In row 30, we should have 20 squares altogether. So we're going to slip stitch in our first 2 stitches and start our square in the third. And we're going to switch over to blue and put 1 blue in. And then we need to switch back to green. And we need 4 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, now we'll switch back to blue for 1 blue before we start back on our flower, our rose. And then we need to go to pink. And we need 2 pink. So there's 1, and 2. And then we need our dark pink. So we're going to bring the dark pink over from here. Alright, we needed 3 pink. Did I say 2? I don't know if I don't remember what I said. It's supposed to be 3 pink. Then we're going to switch over to the dark pink. And now we need 2 dark pink. So there's 1. And 2. And then back to our light pink. And we just need, so in the next 4 stitches we're going to go back and forth. Light, dark, light, dark. So that was light. This one's dark. Back to the light pink. Yeah. And then back to the dark pink one last time. And then we're going to finish this flower off with 2 light pink. And the flower will be finished anyway. We're going to leave this dark pink behind right here. So now I need 2 regular pink in here. And then we just need 1 blue and 1 green. And that'll finish it off. Alright, there we go. So there is 30 with 20 squares. And row 31 is next. Oh, where am I at? Right here. Alright, so we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. Slip stitching in the first 2. We are going to start out with 1 green square. Switching over to our blue. We need 1 blue here. And then we need to switch to our pink. We need 2 pink. So there's 1. And 2. And now we're switching off to our dark pink. And we are needing 2 dark pink. So there's 1. And 2. And let's switch back to our pink. And we need 3 pink. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we need a hot pink, or a dark pink, next. And then go back to our pink, leaving this dark pink behind. We'll finish this flower off with 3 pink. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And before we go any further, I want to pull, make sure those are taut. I want to switch over to my green this way. We need 3 green, 2 blue, and a green, and that will finish off this row. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then 2 blue and a green. There's 1, 2, and our last one is green. Alright, so there is 31 rows. So chain 1 and turn, and we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches and start our square in the third. And go to blue and put 1 blue in, and then we need to go back to green. So far we got 1 green, 1 blue. Now we need 3 green. And then go back to the blue before we start our flower again here. And then we put the 1 blue in, and we need to go to pink then. And now we need two pink. And then we need the dark pink. And we need 1 dark pink. And then 1 light pink. So now we're going to be switching off. Okay, so it is dark, light, for the next 4 stitches. Switching back and forth. So there's the dark and the light. We need another dark, light. And then switching back to the dark for the last time in this row. We need 2 dark, And we'll leave that behind and go to our light. And now we're just going to put three, um, goodness gracious, three light and a blue, and that'll finish off. Three pink and a blue finishes off this row. It's three pink and a green, not a blue. And then we're going to switch over to our green. And slip stitch. That is what row 32 looks like. So cool. We will be back for row 33. Alright, so we are going to chain one and turn for row 33. And we're going to slip stitch in the first two and start our square in the third. We're going to start with one green, and then we're going to switch over to the pink. And we need three pink next. So there's one, two, and three. And then we need our dark pink, and that is dark, light, dark. And then we need four light. So there's one. But before we go any further, I need to leave that dark pink behind, because I am not going to need that for the rest of this row. So we need four of these pink. So there's one, two, three, and four. And then we need to switch to our blue. But before we do that, let's leave that pink behind and switch over to our blue. And we need, it looks like we need one blue here. And then switching over to our green. We need three green. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we need a blue and a green, and that'll finish off this row. And there's row 33. This rose is turning out so cool looking. All right. All right, so row 34. We're going to chain 1 and turn and start our green square in the 3rd stitch. And then we need to switch over to blue. And then back to green again. And we need 2 green. So there's 1. And 2. And then we need a blue. And then we're going to switch over to our pink. And before we do that, we're going to leave this blue behind. Oh, how in the heck am I getting these tangles? Alright, so we're going to leave that blue behind and then bring in the pink. We need 2 pink. So there's 1. And 2. And then we need to bring up the hot pink. And we need 1, 1. In the next 3 stitches, we're going to do hot, light, hot, or dark, light, dark. Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, so we got a dark, light, dark. Here's the dark. And now we need too light. And then 3 dark, go back to the dark, 3 dark and a green. So let's we're gonna leave that light right there. So there's 1, 2. Are you kidding me that I left that green behind? I need the green. Oh goodness. I just wanted to leave the white behind. And there's our green. There's row 34. Alright, row 35. We're going to chain 1 and turn. And we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 and start our square in the third. And then we're going to go to the regular pink. So we're going to need to pull this regular pink out right here. We're pulling this hot pink up as well and bringing it with us. So we need 4 regular pink after that green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we need the dark pink. And we're just going to put 1 here. And we're going to leave it behind and go back to our pink. And we need 4 pink next. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we need our blue. And we need one blue, yeah, one blue, two green, one blue, and one green. And that finishes off this row. We should be about done with these leaves. All right, there we have it. So that is row 35, and in row 35 you should be down to 15 squares too. All right, so we're chaining one and turning, and for 36. So we're going to chain, we're going to slip stitch in the first two stitches here and start our green square in the third. And switching over to blue, we need one blue here. And then switching back to green, we need one green. And then back to blue, we need two blue. Okay, and then we need to switch to pink. Bring the green forward. And we need one pink here. And then we need the hot pink to come down. Or the dark pink. I don't know why I keep calling it hot pink. All right. So that dark pink, and then we need two light pink or regular pink. And then we need a dark pink again. All right. Over there. So then one dark pink here. And then we're going to finish this off with three pink, regular pink, and a green. 2, and this is 3. And then we're going to switch off to the green and finish it off. Alright, and there we have that for row 36. That's what it looks like. And then row 37 is next. Alright, so let's chain 1 and turn. So we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 and start our square in the 3rd, our green square. Switching over to pink. We're needing 1 pink. Now we need dark pink. And we need 2 dark pink. So 1, 2. Let's go back to our regular pink. I'm leaving that dark pink there. So we need 4 regular pink. So there's 1. 2. 3. And 4. And then we need 3 blue. So let's bring our blue up out of here. Yeah, 3 blue I said, didn't I? Take our green with us. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Alright, we need to switch over to our green. And we need 2 green to finish this off with. Slip stitch there, and there we have it. So there is 37 rows finished. Alright, so we're going to chain 1 and turn and start with our slip stitches and then start our green square in the 3rd. And we are just going to do 1 green and switch over to blue. So now I need 3 blue. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Then we need our pink And then I need one light pink here. Oh, wait a minute, because we don't need this blue anymore in this row. So I am going to leave that behind and then switch over to our pink. So one light pink, and then we're going to get this dark pink next and switch that over. And we need one dark pink. Alright, now switching over to the light, we need 5 pink now. I'm leaving that dark pink behind there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to switch over to the green and finish it off with the green. Alright, and so there's 38. Let's mark it off. Uh, 39. Chain 1 and turn. And we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 here and start our square in the third. And then we're going to switch over to, oh, we need to bring this blue down. We need the blue. Come on. Bringing this pink up with me too. This one is blue. And then we're going to switch over to pink. So 1 blue, there's green, blue, pink. Here we go. And now I need 5 pink. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and on this 5th one I'm pulling this dark pink up because I'm going to need it in the next row. But we're just going to leave it there. And then I need blue. So we're going to leave that pink there too. and I need 3 blue next. So there's 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to finish this off with a green, and we're done with this row. And slip stitch. There's row 39, and it looks like we're getting this done pretty good. Looking cool. Awesome. So 39 is finished. And 40 is next. So in row 40, we should be down to 10 rows, which means we are just about done with this project. All right. Slip stitch in the first 2 and start our square in the third stitch. We're going to switch over to blue. And so we need 3 blue. So there's 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to go over to our dark. We need our dark pink, but we're bringing up that light pink too. So we just need 1 dark pink here. This is the last one of our dark pink. And then we need to go back to our blue. And we need 1 blue here. And then we need to go to our light pink. And we need 2 light pink. So there's 1 and 2, and then we just need a blue and a green to finish that off. And you should have 10 squares after with this row. All right, so that is what we have so far there. 10 squares, row 40, 40 rows. So before we go any further, we are going to cut off our pinks because we are all done with those. So we can pull them out of there. And now we're just dealing with the blue and the green. 2 colors again. Alright, so we're going to chain 1 and turn. And this row is so easy, you wouldn't believe. So we are going to do 7 blues in between the 2 greens. So we're making our green square, And then we're just going to put 7 blues in there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the last one is green, of course. There's 41. I'm going to turn my paper over. Alright. Oh my goodness. So 42 then. We are doing 6 blue between the 2 greens. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then switching over to our green. Alright, so there is 42, 43. Chain 1 and turn. We have 5 blues between the 2 greens. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we need our green. Alright. Alright, so then 44. Chain 1 and turn. we need 4 blues between the 2 greens. So there's 1. I'm playing a little bit of yarn chicken with this blue, and I'm hoping it goes all the way through. 2, 3, and 4. Then we put the green in. Chain 1 and turn for 45. And 45, you should be down to 5 squares. We are needing 3 blues in between the 2 greens in this row. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And like I said, that's 5 squares in this row. There's 45, chain 1 and turn for 46. Now in 46, we're going to need 2 blues in between the greens. So there's 1, and 2, and then our green at the end. Alright, so 47, we just need green, blue, green in this row. Down to 3 squares. And this is the last row that we're using our blue as well. I just made it, I think. Alright, so there is 47. I'm going to cut this off, this blue off, just to give you an idea. That's how much yarn I had left. And that. Alright. I won it. I won yarn chicken. Alright, so now we're going to chain 1 and turn for the last 2 rows. And these are all green. So we're down to 2 squares. And they're both green. and that is row 48. In row 49, we're down to 1 square. And here it is. Slip stitch there, and we can cut it off. Awesome. And let's see our rows. See how beautiful that is. That is so cool. All right, so this is the rows. I like the way that came out. All right. So like you could do like a light red or bright red with a dark red through it. That would make a beautiful red rose. So yeah, that'd be so cool. Um, so there's that all done. I'm going to sew down my ends, and we will be back to do the border on this. All right, so we are back. We've got I got all my ends in, and this just looks so cool. I love it. All right, so you're going to figure out which side that you want as a front or back. Okay, and I'm going to choose this side for front. So I'm going to put the back facing me. And I'm going to get my yarn here. All right, so this side and this side are the same, these two sides. They are also the longest sides. Okay, so then this side and this side are the same, and they're the shortest sides. So we're going to start at the top of one of the longer sides. And I'm going to chain 1, and we're going to put 3 half double crochets in this corner right here, and then we're going to finish that corner when we come back around. All right, so now we need to put this stitch in. There's a stitch right after that. Now you see this, there's 3 stitches here, and the next one there's 2 stitches, 3, 2. So you're going to put 1 half double crochet in each of these 3 stitches. And then a half double crochet in each of the next 2. And then it'll go like this, 3, 2, 3, 2 all the way down. And by the time you're done with this side, you should have 58 to 60 stitches. All right, so I'm going to finish mine. I will meet you at the next corner. All right, so I am almost at the corner here, and I need to put 1 in here, and then right up here at the corner we're going to put 3 half double crochets, chain 2, and 3 half double crochets. All right, so now we're going down the short side, and both the long sides look the same, so both of the short sides look the same. I'm going to put a stitch in here. Oh, okay. So this is this right here is the stitch that we put all 3 of those stitches in to make the falling leaf. So we're going to put a stitch in there, And then this is the double crochet. We're going to put 2 stitches around it. Then you're going to end up, there's a space right in between these. Put a stitch in there, and then there again is the stitch that we put all 3 stitches in. So you will do this all the way down. So there is 2 around the double, then the space and the stitch. So it's 2, 2, 2, 2 all the way down. And you just keep doing that all the way down. And then when you get to your the corner, then it's the same. You will do 3 half double crochet, chain 2, and 3 half double crochet in that corner, and go all the way around it then. So I'm going to finish round 1 of this border, and I will see you at round 2. Alright, so we're going to chain 1, and in this corner we're going to put 3 half double crochets. Alright, and then we're going to start in the front loop only, putting half double crochets in each stitch down the side. And then when you get to your corners, it's still the same as last round. We're doing 3 half double crochets, chain 2, and 3 half double crochets in each corner. But down the sides, it's front loop only, half double crochets. I'm going to finish off round 2, and we'll be back to show you round 3. Okay, so row 3, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to put 3 single crochets in this corner. Oh no, we're not. Oh, wait a minute. Oh goodness. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to turn the whole thing so that the front is facing you now. Now we're going to put 3 single crochets in this corner. And then in the back loop only, we're going to single crochet down the sides. In the back loop only. Alright, and then when we get to the corners, it'll be 3 single crochet in all the corners. And then this diamond will be done. And there's what the border should look like once it's done too. It's got these couple of ridges from those half double crochets. I just love that effect. It's really neat. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and bye bye now.